What is up, guys? Sorry I am a couple months late for this video, and 2012 is past, and we should be forgetting about it, but guess what? The Oscars haven't even started, so don't call me late, you asshole. Now, you guys keep in mind, before I get into this list, I did really stay away from a lot of bad movies in 2012, and I mean, there weren't that many. I mean, 2012 was a fantastic year, but yeah, you cannot dodge too many bullets ever in any year, and there were a good amount in 2012. Also, before I get into the list, I just want to tell you that a couple of the movies, maybe when I first reviewed them, I did not hate them. Maybe like at first I said, it's just mediocre, but as time went on, I realized how, they're really bad. As is the case with my number 10 movie, Men in Black 3. Now, I still do not hate this movie. I just think it's very, very mediocre and a very poor work of cinema. Poor work of cinema in the sense that, I mean, I really am kind of offended in the way they produced this movie. I mean, they were shooting the movie while writing the script. I mean, you do not do that when you're making a sequel to, this very popular franchise. I'm sorry. I mean, that is just, bold proof right there that Hollywood right now only cares about getting money. I mean, it's been an obvious fact for a while, but this is just hardcore evidence. I mean, it's the third Men in Black movie, for Christ's sake, so you have to work on it instead of just shooting it, while they're working on the fucking script. I mean, that's proof that you do not have any faith in what you're doing. And God, this is, one of the most shamelessly dumb movies. I mean, I know it's a Men in Black movie, but holy shit. The reasons for the time travel and when they try to, explain things, I mean, God, it is dumb. And I didn't really have that many problems with the last half of this movie, but the first half, it is devoid of laughs. It is just stunning how bad and very, very awkward when I was sitting in the theater when they were trying to be funny and just no one in the theater laughed at all. I mean, the jokes get better as the movie goes on, but that first half, woo, that was pretty bad. And a lot of people surprisingly actually really liked this movie. I mean, it had a fresh rating from Rotten Tomatoes, for God's sakes, and it just proves from my friend Dustin Mason's review of it. I mean, that was just a very controversial review because he hated it and just got a lot of negative feedback. I mean, he hated it so much that he wanted to have me mention him and how much he hated it in this video. That's how much he fucking hated that movie, guys. That's how much. My number 9 pick, again, a movie where I saw it and I was like, that's just mediocre, but now this movie sucks. Red Tails, I mean, come on, for a movie about the Tuskegee flying pilots, I mean, this is just unbelievably corny and just really ineffective in any sense of the word. I mean, this is among the dullest things I've seen in a while, and, I mean, none of the action scenes are at all thrilling, and, the acting, the performances have no emotion to them. And for a movie with so many actors in it, except Neo is in this, or Neo, however you say his name, I might be sounding like a dumbass, but who gives a shit? I don't care about modern pop. My number 8 pick is a movie that could have been good, but I mean, this is one of the worst endings I've ever seen, ATM. It was alright, at first. I mean, it was at least kind of engaging. I mean, these, 3 people in this ATM booth where this guy is just out there, like, threatening them and just kind of, like, torturing them psychologically and having them chopped in there. I mean, it's entertaining, for a little bit, and the performances are decent, but, I mean, that ending, that's why I can't really talk about this movie too much in this list, is because really the ending is what ruins it all. God, fuck. Please, I mean, you could not get any worse with that fucking ending. And, this movie could have been good, but damn. At number 7, I have Break. Fuck, another one where the ending ruins it, but this ending is even worse. God, another movie where I can't explain this movie to how bad this movie is without spoiling the ending. I mean, it's just basically just a buried ripoff, except Stephen Dwarf is just in this trunk of a car, and he's this, like, I guess CIA operative or whatever, and the Secret Service agent, and he has no idea who has him in the trunk, and they're demanding something, like, they're demanding where something is that they want, and yeah, again, you just have to see the movie to find out how bad this ending is. Really did have something kind of going for it. It could have been decent, just like ATM, but they messed it all up with. I mean, this ending was worse than ATM's. God. Number 6 is Lockout. Now, this was a tough movie to sit through, actually. I really like Guy Pearce. He's a great fucking actor, that guy. But in this, he just pissed me off. I mean, he's really annoying, surprisingly. I mean, he was just this typical smart ass who would just make these annoying comments like that, and thinking it was like, I don't know, the movie thought they were funny or witty. I mean, they're not. It's just annoying. I mean, it's trying to think, oh, he's one of these tough guys who will, who won't take any shit from anyone who has authority. And no, you're just being an asshole, smart ass. Shut up. God, is the plot ludicrous? It's just really just an annoying movie. Yeah, just stay away from this. I mean, I'm surprised it was even released. And number 5, I have The Lorax. Yeah, this movie was shit. Shut up, kids. I mean, you can make a kids movie and actually make it funny. They didn't even try here. Danny DeVito's voice annoyed the piss out of me, and I never used that fucking expression, piss out of me, but yeah, it annoyed the piss and shit out of me. I mean, this movie turns into a fucking, like, musical, and the songs were atrocious. Oh my god. I mean, I feel sorry for any parents who had to bring their kids to it. Don't rent it. I mean, even just rent Brave. I mean, that didn't look very good, but just keep your kids away from this. Don't have them end up liking it, then you'll have to watch it over and over again, because it'll be painful. And number 4, I have Mirror Mirror. Shit. I've never hated Julie Roberts so much, and all the performances were, yeah, annoying as hell. I mean, it's like the most pointless movie ever, because we had the same Snow White story that came out this year, and even though I didn't like that all that much, I mean, it was far better than this. I mean, this was an attempt to make it a comedy, kids movie, and it's not funny in the slightest. You've probably heard of the scene where Armie Hammer licks Julie Roberts' face. Yeah, this movie is not funny, it was boring as hell, stay away. And number 3, I have The Baby Makers. God, if I've ever seen a movie that tried not to be funny, it's this one. Really all these jokes are just attempts to be, gross out jokes. I mean, it's weird because it's directed in just this really dull way, so whenever it's trying to gross you out, it's just, like, not funny at all. It's just like, no, just don't go there. Why are you going there? Someone slipping around in a bunch of semen will never be funny. I'm sorry. Yeah, this movie has to have, like, the most wooden performances I've seen ever. Just, yeah, bad movie. And number 2, I have Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance. I hate Neville Dean and Taylor. They suck so much. I mean, God, is the direction in this movie so obnoxious. Please, guys, control the camera. It's not cool to just wave it around and, like, point at the wheels of a motorcycle and then back out, back in, back out, side to side. What is going on? Jesus Christ, the performances were over the top. I mean, I know that's what Nicolas Cage basically is now. That's why we watch him, because he's over the top. But God, it was fucking weird. And, like, when the other performances are being like that, it's just, no. You get me to hate Idris Elba in a movie, then you're an asshole. Don't make me do that. Yeah, one of the most obnoxious movies I've ever seen. And at number 1, one of the worst movies of the past 10 years, maybe one of the worst movies ever, This Means War. Where to begin with this? This movie has the most despicable characters since fucking Buffalo Bill and Silence of the Lambs. I mean, the plot is these two CIA operatives, are, like, trying to fight over the same girl played by Reese Witherspoon. And, I mean, they're both total assholes for, like, trying to basically kill each other but still being friends. And if you're gonna make those two characters assholes, don't make Reese Witherspoon's character, just a total bitch. We have two assholes fighting over a whore, and there is no, like, retribution for these characters. There's no, like, oh, yeah, we realize that we're kind of being assholes. The only apparent asshole is Chris Pine. We're supposed to feel bad for Reese Witherspoon's character because they're both fighting over her, I guess? Like, what? No, fuck you. I'm not gonna feel bad for you, you idiot. And just to add even more, where we're supposed to get our laughs from, I guess, is like Chelsea Handler. That's your comedic relief. Are you fucking kidding me? So yeah, I finally got that over with. Yeah, top 10 worst of 2012. Just stay away from those 10 guys. If you're thinking of renting movies from 2012 that you missed, yeah, just stay away from those 10, definitely. I'll see you next time, hopefully for a good movie.